What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic Monday night. We're here a little after 8:45. Been a long damn day for me. Hope you all enjoy the start to your week. A new week ahead for us, for the Philadelphia Eagles. And, well, we got some new things going down, of course. And always something ridiculous. So we will break down what happened today, and then we will talk about what is to come in the future. So we'll take a look at maybe some trade candidates, some free agents. As you can see, all the stuff that is coming your way. Going to give you some information here, but love to hear from you guys. We are live tonight. Well, if you're watching later, you know I'd love to hear from you too. So anything you got, I'm all about it. But we started the day off with a bang, and well, that's what we'll start off with. And you guys can keep commenting away. I will go through this information first with you guys, and then at the end, we'll talk about everything. So I cannot thank you enough for taking the time here, for commenting, for hitting the like button, sharing, subscribing, hyping these videos up, becoming channel members, all those things you're doing. Cannot thank you enough for the support. But Za'Darius Smith retires today. Are you kidding me? So, well, we just, continue to pile up with these injuries and everything else that's going on. Just really, God, why? So Za'Darius Smith takes the bitch way out. Sorry, I almost stopped myself from swearing, but it still just came out because what are you doing? I wanted to wait to sign with the team. So he didn't want to go through the offseason stuff. He just wanted to sign with a contender. Things get a little rough, and this dude bails. You know what? Good. Don't want you on this team if that's the kind of attitude and the kind of player you are. No thanks, man. You got no fight in you? That's too bad. We do, and you're going to miss out. Now, I guess he would still technically get a ring when we win this one, but we got a long ways to go. So, this does not help. We already know Nolan Smith on IR, Okoronkwo on IR. We had just a couple weeks ago. We were talking about, oh, man, we got seven edge guys. Now we're down to 4. All right. Lord. And, well, we also made some practice squad moves, as always. You know that was going to happen today. They always got to get that done. So, Tariq Castro Fields is back. Eli Ricks released for the 74th time, and this will continue to happen all year. I promise you, this is just how it goes, how he doing his thing. But Za'Darius Smith, why, dude? Why? But I don't know his reasoning, I guess. Just, not having it. And, he wanted to be part of a rotation probably, now being asked a lot more. Nolan Smith probably not going to be back until like week 10 after the bye. So, hey, Lord help us. You guys can let me know how you feel about Za'Darius Smith taking the shortcuts here. But appreciate y'all taking the time. Each and every one of you sickos, Tiffany, Bob, Don, let's go. And, we got a lot of things we need to do for sure here, but sky falling. Oh, well, you can ask yourself, what did I do last year at this time when everyone was doing the same exact thing? Well, I was doing this stuff. So, nope. Welcome to the show. Welcome, everyone, and you'll see how we do. Let's take a look at what this team looks like, and let's break it down, what I think this Eagles team needs to look like. So, looking at this IR, oh, boy, we've got some players on there, huh? Yeah, a few that we just mentioned. Kobe Dean came off the PUP list. That's great. But, yeah, a lot of guys there. That's unfortunate. And you see I added Za'Darius Smith, but I also put the name Brandon Graham. That's right. Call him up. And I know the man has played, 15 years. I love him. But, dude, we need your help, please. But I know he's enjoying that retirement. I don't want to take that from him and his family. But, dude, would love to have you back. He's already costing money. Why not give us a little something? But, dude, damn you, Za'Darius Smith. So, the offense, been stagnant, right? Oh, God, need to get things going. And I think, this little mini buy, some things, we got to figure it out, man. We all know that. You've got the damn weapons. And I think everybody wants to blame Petullo, but I'm blaming everybody because his line's been banged up. People have been playing ass, seeing half efforts from some of these superstar receivers, tight ends banged up. I want to see everybody healthy, on the same page, and running the damn ball. That would really help a lot of things. So let's get those things going. Don't care that everybody wants to see the pass. I want to see us running and then passing if you need to. I want to dominate again like we used to. I know everybody is into stats and dumb shit. I am into Super Bowls and winning. That's what I want, and I know that's what you sickos want too. But this offense, man, you've got everything you need. You just need to stay healthy, get Landon Dickerson healthy, probably going to miss another week or two. Unfortunate. Brett Toth, get your shit together. Let's go. And then on the defensive side of the ball, this is where you lose. It's Za'Darius Smith. So, well, now you're down to Jalen Hunt, Joshua Uche. You got Azeez Ojulari, who was really looking good, and then Patrick Johnson here. So you've got 4 guys. Next man up. Let's effing go. But you also have Jihad Campbell here. So we know that Campbell can edge rush as well, and we just got Nakobe Dean back, so maybe Campbell's going to need to be part of that rotation. He is a weapon. Use him as such, just like the Giants are using Abdul Carter. Do that. And I love Bond and Campbell together, but right now, need a little help there on the edge. We'll see how Hunt, Uche, Ojulari, and Johnson do. Hey, maybe they surprise us in the next few weeks, and then Smith comes back, but we'll see. Now, the secondary, do you need to put Adoree Jackson back there? Ringo. I would like to see Mac McWilliams get his shit together and take that job because, holy hell, but we're about to talk about that here shortly. I like the safeties. Makuba's still young. He's learning. I know a lot of people are coming for his head, but he'll be all right. Just somebody stepping up there. Interior-wise, I like those guys. I just think, obviously Jalen Carter being out, a big loss last week. But the special teams department, Tank Bigsby, every time he touches the ball, scares the living hell out of me. Not great. Xavier Gibson, not been active, but we'll see after we claimed him if maybe we use him. And some of this, get maybe somebody returning the ball, doing something, a spark somewhere, I don't know. But the practice squad, maybe elevate someone there. Maybe one of these guys wants to do something. But you can see Castro Fields has replaced Eli Ricks down there. And then there are the rest of the guys on the Eagles practice squad. So that's what the team looks like right now. And, we've got some things that were of concern before the season even started. And, well, they've continued to be a concern. And, well, some have even grown in concern. So I think that, well, that's why we're going to talk about some of those things up here. Okay. I don't even know where I'm pointing. But one thing I didn't do, I'm a fantastic little soul. I completely forgot to put the draft picks here. I was trying to get it together before I went on, and I just got pissed off, did not get them. So we're going to talk about the cap space. And, well, the draft picks, we've got a lot of. And we've got next year, we've got a first, a second. You've got 3 third-round picks. You've got 2 fourth-round picks. You've got 2 fifth-round picks and a 6th-round pick. So you've got yourself a lot of picks. And, that's, 9 picks? And the Eagles continue to trade and do things where we talk about this all the time. And, just expect us to have a lot of ammo to always be able to trade and do what we want. And with 11.6 mil still in the season with all the damn injuries and all the dumb shit we've had to do, because remember, your salary cap consists of not only the 53 players on your roster, but you got your practice squad, you got everybody that's on IR, you got all the retired, all that shit cost against your damn cap. So, but we still got $11.6 million. So if you need to do something, well, you can. And maybe you need to unload a player or do whatever. Just know that I wanted you to see we have ammunition. And obviously I've got 3 positions that I am focused on here because, I know people feel a certain way about safety, and there are guys at wide receiver, Rashid Shaheed, Jacoby Meyer, maybe that don't cost much. Maybe you want to add there. I'm not against these things. I think we already have that talent there, but we'll see what the Eagles will do. These are the positions I've been talking about and want to talk about, so we're going to talk about them. But you guys can bring up whatever the hell you want. Liz Doyle, let's have and go. Appreciate you all tuning in here. And, we're going to take a look. And I don't believe a D-tackle is a need at all, but I am going to talk about the 3 I have here. So we're going to take a look first at the tight ends, because Dallas Goedert, I love, one of the best tight ends in the game. But when he goes out, you see what it does to this offense. I don't like it at all, and the future doesn't look bright without him there. And the Eagles don't ever want to draft a tight end, and we've been talking about it for a couple of years. So there are, some free agents still out there. We've talked about, and that list just dwindled away. I mean, you want to bring in somebody like a block. Mercedes Lewis at the ripe age of 75 is still playing. You've got Uzoma still out there. Akins. I mean, please, God, stay away from this list. So, yeah, there's some free agents out there. I like Gerald Everett. He's all right. Aiden Hurst was all right. These guys aren't replacing him for the future. Maybe they come in and make me feel a little more comfortable, but not really. I like what we have with Calcaterra. I do like Latu a lot, but I like him as a fullback blocking tight end. So I don't really feel like his job is, in jeopardy. I don't think EJ Jenkins there is another one that you need to worry about, coming off and doing anything crazy. But look, these guys, in my opinion, really aren't outdoing what you already got there. So in my opinion, you look more so toward a trade. And, Kylan Granson is another one we have where he's a receiving type guy. And that's really what you got in Kyle Pitts. And a lot of people have talked about Kyle Pitts. And sure, you could try to get a weapon, but they have been using him. And, maybe with Penix there, new coaching staff, Liam Cohen, maybe they do keep him. And I would really look elsewhere anyway. And I think David Njoku, somebody with, Harold Fan in there, he is somebody that can block and catch, and I like Njoku. That's somebody that maybe you want to bring in and playing together with, the tight ends we have already. And if, God forbid something happens to Goddard, you've got a more comfortable tight end. Cole Kmet, someone that, another one playing tonight, that Colston Loveland's there. You got Luke Musgrave, who Tucker Kraft is in front of him. Michael Mayer's there and just had a big game with Brock Bowers out. He's just back from a concussion. But this is somebody we've talked about for a couple of years now. Now with Bauer there, healthy coming back, I would love to have him. Tanner Hudson there in Cincinnati, Darnell Washington in Pittsburgh, Okoronkwo there in Tennessee. There are definitely some options out here. And you know how I usually do these shows. I break down all these trade candidates. I didn't have time to do that after work tonight. So we're just looking at a list of guys I see as potential trade candidates that I think, and I know it doesn't seem like it right now. You're probably like, why are you talking about tight end, dude? But it's because I've been talking about it, and I'm going to continue, because you saw when Dallas Goedert won out, what happened to this team. And as much as I like Calcaterra, he's the tight end 2. He is not the tight end 1. And Granson's definitely not that guy. And the 2, again, is that blocking type depth tight end that helps you on special teams and helps you also being able to play fullback. So those are some tight ends I would look at. Let me know how you feel about that tight end position. But I'm going to move it on to a position I really, really, really want to see us add to, and I've wanted us to add to, well, for a very long time. You guys know how I felt. Really wanted Trey Amos in this draft, and Washington has him, and he's going to have a very bright future. I hate that. But, we have a happy for him. Hate the fact that he's a Commander. But I think that we knew, in my opinion, Kaylee Ringo was not him. Adoree Jackson was the only competition. I like Mac McWilliams, more of an inside guy. They tried him outside too. But I felt like you could have brought somebody in. Could have brought a veteran in. We talked about a lot of names throughout the offseason. Didn't do that. So, okay, but one of those names is still there. And there are a bunch of names in free agency where if you're not looking to trade for someone, well, you've got Stephon Gilmore, who I've once again talked about, and hey, maybe he wouldn't last a whole season. So bring him in, let him learn the system, because remember, when you bring these guys in, they don't just start right away. So everybody clamoring to get all these new players and coaches, remember, they either have to learn a new system, or if you fire a coach, you have to implement a whole new system. So let's keep that in mind. Now, as you see here, guys like Kendall Fuller, Asante Samuel Jr. still out there, Mosley, Bradbury, Mullen, Hamilton, Sutton, got Hill, Davis, Riley, Forley, Herndon, Stroman, Holman, and Matthew. So a full list of names here, only a few that I would really, Fuller, Gilmore, maybe give a shot to Asante Samuel. I don't know. I don't think he's as good as most people think he's his dad or something. That's not him. Could definitely improve his game, but injuries have definitely hampered him, hindered his growth. So, hey, best of luck to whatever happens to him. But I don't know if that's the road. I would go Stephon Gilmore. Give me a veteran that could learn Vic Fangio's system, do his thing. Somebody that's played in, many a system that could come in here and easily transition his game into this. And I think that would be a no-brainer if you're just looking to sign someone. Now, if you want to trade, there are a few names that I think that are out there, like Reek Woolen, who had his ups and downs there. Starting to have ups again, I think. I really like his game. I like his size a lot, his athleticism. Somebody we talked about pre-draft a couple of years ago. I think it would be great to have someone like him with Vic Fangio's defense. It's definitely had his struggles, though. Don't know that he would exactly fit. So you always think like, hey, Vic can make anyone fit. But look at Kaylee Renko, right? So I don't know. But someone like Denzel Ward, healthy, I wouldn't be against that. And they just got rid of Newsom there, looking to clean house maybe a little. I would be very happy to have him with Mitchell and DeJean for the future. That would be awesome. Very awesome, Denzel Ward. If we get him, I'm jumping through a wall. But you got guys like Alontae Taylor. Maybe the Saints, they suck. So maybe trying to get some draft compensation. But I don't know if they want to pick up the phone with Howie. So I don't know how much that'll happen. You got Michael Carter, maybe there at the Jets. Don't think he can get Sauce Gardner, but maybe Michael Carter, someone that's definitely very underrated because of the fact that Sauce Gardner's there. But I think that would be somebody that definitely could come in and start next to Quinion and Coop. Would love that. Marlon Humphrey, maybe you could get Baltimore falling apart. Maybe you could convince them to give away a veteran that I think could come in here and really help out this secondary. But those are just a few trade candidates. Maybe you got someone on your mind. You let me know how you feel about tight ends, corners, another position, on offense, defense, whatever's on your mind. But I think the obvious one we're about to get into here is the edge. And we just lost another one. So this was already, a concern. But now it's like, holy, not good, right? So you got to look to the streets. And there are some free agents out there. But, yeah, a guy like Jerry Hughes I would love. So this is one of those versatile pieces that can play inside, outside, kind of that Brandon Graham role where I think, you add him and trade for somebody more of a star-type player. I think you could really turn this around. But I think we have talent here. Unlock Ojulari, he just got his chance last week. It looked great, I thought. And then, you've got Uche, I think, who's doing well. And I think Jalix Hunt, still developing, bright future. Still very young, people forget. Just was a safety a couple years ago, moved to linebacker, now an edge. So let's calm her down. But I think you had some veteran help. Hey, why not? You got Jimenez there, Walker, Smith, Golston, Robinson, Lawson, Smith-Williams. Maybe we stay away from the Smiths. I don't know. But Reeves, Maven, Adams, Eguavoen, Bowser, Barrett, Onigjogu. Got some candidates out there in free agency. But I think where you really want to look is the trade. And I know the one name people want to talk about is Max Crosby. And this dude is a freak of nature. This is somebody that is a game changer. You add him to this defense. Holy Nikes. I would be more than happy to have someone like him. And I do plan on with the, when the trade deadline's coming up, I am going to make one of those shows that I usually make where, you can see these guys cap hits and their stats for the year and all that stuff. I know a lot more intricate than what you're seeing here, but a guy like Max Crosby at 28, this is a dude who obviously to me, he's a game wrecker. I don't know if you live under a rock, but he's probably the best. So this is a guy that has a monstrous cap hit, though, and you got to figure out, when you're trading for these guys, what can you do to take on, some of this cap, or when you trade, will they, keep some of this cap? Because the way it is for them, if they get rid of him, they can actually save. He has a $38 million cap hit. If you trade him, they could save like $33 million. Now, he would have like $5 million in dead cap money, but again, they could, agree with some kind of deal for the future, and the Eagles could, make him an extension where, this is how he's bread and butter, where you're taking these guys and you're adding these dummy years. He already has a contract like that where it goes through to like 2029. So again, you could restructure, do things where you're moving money around, save cap space. You could get rid of players, trade a player with them, and you could get someone like him. That's essentially what I'm trying to tell you. But I don't know that you want to go after somebody with such a massive cap hit. 28 years old, not too old, but I don't know. Maybe someone like Trayvon Walker, who unfortunately banged up right now. So is that appealing? I don't know. But maybe that lessens the cost. Would love to see someone like him there. Trey Hendrickson, that's a name that's been talked about. He got his contract, this, that. But I don't know, man. I think Hendrickson would be another freak of nature in this defense. You got guys like Bradley Chubb, Kwity Paye, AJ Epinesa. Arden Key is someone like, a versatile piece, could play in and out. I really like him. Zaven Collins, Jalen Phillips, Carl Granderson. The Saints suck. He's really talented. Anthony Jennings, maybe the Patriots are willing. I've seen his name on the trade block. And then Kayvon Thibodeau with Abdul Carter there. I doubt they would want to trade him to us. But you never know, I guess. They were stupid enough to let Saquon walk. But there are a bunch of names here that I would jump through the roof. I mean, Walker, Hendrickson, Chubb. I mean, I don't know if they would want to get rid of Paye, but he's a name that was on the block. Epinesa. Oh, man. I just really think there are options out there, ladies and gentlemen. So you see it. If there's anybody else out there, whether it's an edge, a corner, a tight end, or any other position you want to talk about or you have an idea about, I would love to hear about it. But that's all I've got for you there, ladies and gentlemen. You guys let me know how you feel about this list and everything else that we talked about here, whether it's Za'Darius Smith or whatever's on your mind. We will definitely be talking about whatever moves are made coming up here this weekend. It's funny because we talked about last week, I can bet your ass a move's coming this week. Well, little do we know we were going to have our hand forced into a move. So we'll see. But don't like Ringo or Jackson there. Really sucks. Howie's always cooking. Always. So, hey, they're going to cost money, but Howie can always move money around and make those things happen if he wants to. My point is, I don't know that you need to go that route. I don't know that they will go for like some superstar. I think adding to the position and, adding depth is a great idea. So if you got guys that, aren't the, top 5 on that list and you add someone, don't be pissed. Just know that we need depth at this point. And I kind of like what we have, but if that 4-man rotation can't get it done, then we got issues. Maybe Jalix Hunt, who's still developing, doesn't get as many reps. Maybe Ojulari takes the lead, and then O'Shea is number 2 or 3, or however they want to figure it out. Patrick Johnson becomes more of a defensive player, less than just a special teamer, right? So a lot of options with what you got. And don't forget, as I mentioned, and as we talk about all the time, Jahad Campbell is a weapon. Dude can play on the edge, and you kind of need it. And Nakobe Dean kind of just came back at the right time. So we do have answers here, but you're looking at free agents, you're looking at trade candidates. I just showed you a bunch right there. You guys can let me know how you feel about it, whether you're watching it right now, watching this later. Always down to talk some birds. I will be coming back tomorrow behind enemy lines, and we'll be talking about the Minnesota Vikings. Old Carson Wentz and the gang. This should be fun. Then we're going to go through, obviously, Wednesday, we'll get the initial injury report. On Thursday, you will get yourselves that top matchup show with the updated injury report. Friday, the game status report, so you'll know who's out, who's questionable. Saturday, you'll get the practice squad elevations. And, well, of course, on Sunday, the pregame and the postgame. And I cannot wait for this game. Really pissed off how this team has played the last couple of weeks. Really thought on Thursday, hey, quick turnaround. We're going to, obviously still reeling from that Sunday loss. Did not turn over. Got their asses kicked by the Giants and those rookies. And we talk about their run ability and their, just because they're young, don't sleep on them. And they punch us right in the mouth. That better piss this team off. I'm glad we have this little mini bye here. I hope they figure shit out. I hope they get somebody get choke slammed through a burning table. I want to see people getting, not pissed, like angry. I want to see them with a fire inside, man. And we're missing that. We're missing that brotherhood. And get it done. However you need to get it done. I still believe in this team. And I believe it's still very early in this season. So don't follow the media. Don't let them, season's over. We got to do this, that, the other thing. No, this is that moment where Howie does his thing, figures out what needs to change. Nick does his thing. Jalen and the rest of the guys, everybody figures out their thing. We get things going. We go on this effing run. Vikings, we're going to see you on Sunday. But I'll see you all tomorrow when we go behind enemy lines and talk about that Week 7 opponent, the Minnesota Vikings. If you guys need anything, you can always reach out to me. Always here for you guys. I hope you enjoyed your weekend, had a nice little holiday weekend, tried to relax a little bit, just pure chaos. But I hope you guys have been Doing well. I haven't seen you in a few days, but yeah, this team. Obviously, last year we were like 2-2, and then we were 3-2. So we're doing a little bit better. Now we're 4-2 here, and we just gotta get our shit together. Really, is what it comes down to. And this team knows what they got to do. They know the talent they have. And remember, we have the youngest defense in the NFL. We talked about this youth and how we're going to be patient and allow time to develop. And obviously, cornerback too is an issue. Edge, people being hurt, not getting pressure is killer. I mean, that's what this defense is predicated off of. So we're blitzing more than we ever had to. We're doing things we don't like to have to do. So just be patient. Howie knows it. The team knows it. We're going to address it, figure it out. Stay patient, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe Jacorian Bennett comes back and, learn the system. Now that he's hurt, he has time to read the books, do his thing. Maybe he comes out and he's that guy. So maybe you just sign Stephon Gilmore for now and try to figure it out. But remember, he would have to learn the system too, and so on and so forth, just like we talked about earlier. But that's your updated look at the team with their salary cap and all the other things you need to know. But again, you need anything, reach out. I appreciate you all commenting, liking this stuff. All the things you do, the memberships, everything. I'm sorry, I'm so beat up. You can tell I'm a little beat here, ladies and gentlemen. Looking like Max Crosby. Oh, dude, we're at a point where we better go out there and beat the living hell out of Carson Wentz and this team, because anything else is just unacceptable, man. We are just way better. And look, the Vikings have a really good defense. They do have good players. Carson Wentz is going to try to play the best game of his life. Just want to let you know that. But we are a better team. We're better than anyone in this effing NFL. And I know that the defense is young, so it may be not at this point or not the best, but I'm just saying, with what we have, we just got to believe it, man, because this team will grow into that. They will. They just got to stay healthy. Big one. And you got to continue to develop and grow together and not jump and ship. You can't be Za'Darius Smith. Now he's joining the fans and the media. Hey, I'm done. Hey, F you. You know what I mean? We sickos, diehards are going to be right here flying with our birds, going to the top. So F them all, man. And look, it's been rough, man. I really hate these last couple of weeks. I don't like losing like that, especially to the Giants. So don't get me wrong. I'm very, very upset with this team. But for me, it's not fire Kevin Patullo. It's not trade away Jalen Hurts. It's not Howie Roseman sucks. He should have gotten Isaiah Rodgers back. This thing we do every year is insane to me. And then when we start winning again and I say, man, I wish you guys wouldn't do that. And then everyone's, oh, well, no one ever says that. No one says all the things we just said. Then my brain just wants to explode. And it's like, maybe we just stay patient. Because remember, at this time last year, I was trying to tell people, please stay patient. We are going to win the Super Bowl. Do not leave just yet. They'll jump ship. And what do? Win that Super Bowl. So let's stay patient with this team. We know it's a new offensive coordinator. Last year, we had new offensive and defensive coordinators. Still won the Super Bowl. But we stayed patient. Things changed. People got healthy. And a lot of things just fell into place. So let's stay patient. Let those things fall into place and watch our birds fly. And all those losers go bye-bye. But all I've got for you here tonight, really can't thank all of you enough for taking that time and doing all of those things to support the channel. You guys are awesome. Love you. Hope you had a great start to your night. Hope to talk to you tomorrow behind enemy lines. It's a lot of work. I hope you guys enjoy that show. A lot of purple coming your way, but it was an enjoyable one. I'm ready to beat some Viking ass. We need it, man. Come on, birds. Get it together. Howie, we're waiting on you to do your thing. The rest of the guys, let's get your heads out of your asses and let's go do our thing. Now, hope you all have yourselves a fantastic rest of your night. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me, sickos. Go Birds!